Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel and Pallegney. So we're literally loaded in, or I have loaded in, the same month, day, etc. as we finished the last episode, because I want to do a couple of things before we move on, and we will be skipping on because there's not really a lot we can do at the moment, and we'll move into sort of spring. Not sure when we'll come back in spring, but we will. Couple of things I've done though just a second ago, just to keep in the loop. We did have a few pallets of garlic there, so I've dropped them into our storage. They are pretty good price now, but there's not many of them, so I think we'll just have a bit of a build up. The chickens I've topped up because their feed was getting low. That's all the barley gone now, so we do not have any chicken feed now, so we're going to have to buy that as we move forward, I think. But I am planning to put sorghum, I reckon, in that field. Should be quite a lot coming off that field, so we should have a fair bit in storage for a while. So I'm in two minds whether to turn seasons off though. Don't know, I'll think about it. And I've noticed we are maxed out now in the chicken pasture. Do have a few various different ages now in there, look, which is cool. Wow, that's right, it's really coming down very heavy with rain outside, which is great. Also, apologies if my voice sounds a bit more weirder than normal, but I've had a bit of a cough and a slight sore throat as of late, but it's not stopping me from recording. Anyway, right, what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some milk. I'm not quite sure how much milk we've got left in here. 6,880. Oh, another thing I've done, the little dairy, I had a thought. I thought, well, instead of completely losing all that milk and deleting that dairy, I've put the cheese onto selling now. So hopefully we'll make some money back by doing that. Once it's empty, I'll get rid of that dairy, and then obviously this guy's going really slow, but I'm not too sure if this will sell, because technically that has produced a pallet. If we go up there, oh no, it has sold it, look, happy days. Earlier when I loaded in, it was showing 1,300 and something. I was a bit worried that it wouldn't sell the 1,000, because technically that's a pallet. Let's jump across. But that has sold it. Awesome. So we're getting a little bit of income coming in from that. Hopefully we'll make the money back that we've spent or wasted on placing that down, and then we can sell it and move forward. But what we are going to do moving forward, remember this is 7,000, isn't it? Yeah, so it leaves a tiny little bit in there, which is great. That's fine. We'll go out this way, seeing as that door is open. Let's see if I can get out without causing mayhem. It's never easy coming out of this way. There we go. So we're just going to quickly hop down this way, because I've mentioned it before, I am going to start the little quest. So it'd be the collectibles. It's a bit of a sort of story or something behind it, or a myth, etc. And the first place we need to go to, I'm going to cause mayhem now, aren't I? Tell you what, we'll just abandon the tractor there. Oh no, we can't do that, can we? Let's get out of the way. Let's get out of the way. We're pulling up here and we can run the rest. I could have just walked from the farm, I think, but never mind. Right, we shouldn't get any cars coming into here. Right, if you're not familiar with this map, you do spawn when you very first start the game, roughly around here, I think, looking at that monument. But just behind us we do have the children's playground, which has been very nicely done. But there is this board here. Now I believe that's where it's like a little poster, pieces of a poster you're going to collect. I believe that is where they spawn when you've collected them. Now I have, well, not cheated, but I've used a video to show the location of some of these, and we're going to grab the first one, which is literally up here. So I'm not going to be spending a whole episode going around grabbing them. I think it would just be either every episode or every other or something like that, but it won't be more than one collectible per episode. And then when we've got all of them, we should get some form of reward, they are saying. But the first bit is there, so that's what they look like, little sort of poster pieces. If I collect that, awesome, that's given us another 16 grand. Now if I hop back over to the children's playground, there should be that piece on that board. I can already see it, and that's going to make up some form of map, which then I think helps you to find your reward, which is cool. We'll just tab across again like that. Right, so awesome, we're up to 68,000 now, which is good. So we are going to head off, and we are heading to the dairy, which is the main dairy on the map, which is already pre-placed for us, because we're going to buy it. I didn't realise how cheap that dairy was. I was expecting it to be quite hefty, but it's fairly cheap. We'll have a look at the price when we get up there, and I'll also go through something else that I discovered. It was brought to my attention. Someone said, why don't you buy it, it's only this price. I think it is actually 2 grand cheaper than that what they said. So again, pleasantly surprised. That is our field there, which we're hopefully going to be able to put sorghum in. So yeah, if I did turn off seasons, it means we'll be able to get sorghum in there straight away. Otherwise we've got to wait till... I'm just wary of the traffic a bit here. Oh, we've only got to wait till April, so not too bad. But one of my reasons for leaving seasons on is because we're not really going to be growing that many other crops. And once we've got that sorghum, I think it's then going to be quite a lot for us. But then we won't be able to grow it again until the following year. So do we turn them off or not? I guess it doesn't really matter if we did turn them off, because like I say, we're not going to be growing a huge amount. So it's not really giving us that much of a challenge, is it? Very lovely map though, this. Right, I think I'm heading the right way. Yeah, and that looks like the dairy up there to me. A huge, great big building. And we will unload this milk. Oh no, we need to buy it first. Don't do that. Goodness me. You used to be able to do that in FS22. Load a production up, sell it, your produce, get money for it, then buy it, and it would have all that product in there ready to go. They've got wise and stopped doing that. I found out the hard way. I'm not 100% sure where the pallets are going to spawn, but they're going to be here somewhere, aren't they? Right, 36 grand. I know that's more expensive. We could have placed another one of those small dairies down somewhere else on the farm for 31 grand cheaper. But I just think using the features of the map is going to be pretty cool. And not only that, I have checked. I mean, you can check from in this menu now. You can go up to that and see all your productions that are on the map. You don't have to buy it anymore, but we are going to buy it. I have checked. This is faster than the farm cheeses that are on the farm, and in fact, if we go on to this dairy that we've placed down, if you look at the cheese production cycles per month, 1,320. If we go up to this big dairy we've just bought, exactly the same. So it is going to produce as quick as that little dairy we put down, which is awesome. So that's another reason why I'm buying this, and I'm happy to buy this dairy, because it is quick, or quicker. Or we can put milk in there. There's 2 dump points We'll just put that in there though, like that. Right, so we are, and that's good, it doesn't start everything, which is cool. We are good to go. We're going to go cheese again. I think we will mix it up a little bit as we go. I mean, hopefully we're going to get some goats and maybe water buffalo, so we can do, I'd like to do buffalo mozzarella, because that is good price. Can make a lot of money off of that, although it's not as quick as some things on here. But it is what it is. But cheese produces quite well. Right, we'll change that to, oh no, storing. We want to activate that, don't we? There we go. So it should just be cheese on the go. And like I say, not sure where that spawns, but I think it will be somewhere around there. Now, I don't think there's a lot left to do, guys. I probably will, off camera, do a couple of things. I may even cut our grass fields. If I just go up into landscaping mode. This is one of them, isn't it? They're probably, well, they are ready to go now, and they should be at their best sort of growth stage. So we can get that cut. I might only just do hay for a moment, because we've got a lot of silage still in there. I don't think we need all that. And then if we start making enough money, I'm happy to put down a TMR production. But I probably will need to test that, because we've had a few hiccups on the farm, haven't we? So we'll need to look into that. But I think at the moment we'll leave it there, and I will skip forward and I'll bring you back in somewhen. Probably with a few bits of produce to sell as well, and we can check on this dairy. I expect I'll have to top it up with milk again at some point, but I can do all that off camera. So, see you very soon, guys. Welcome back, people. We've only moved on a month, really. We are nearly at 6 PM, so we need to crack on and do some things. I've brought you back in now because I want to put some sorghum in that field, and I technically don't want to miss out on a month's growth stage, if that makes sense. So hopefully if we can get that planted now before the sun goes even further down, we will have a bit of growth on it when we move forward. Massive apologies for the delay in this episode coming out since the last one. Life's been really crazy. That clip you've just seen, I actually recorded a month ago. I've looked at the date on the recording, and it is just over a month ago, so it wasn't long after the last episode came out that I started recording that. But it's just been hectic. There's been map tours coming out which I haven't been able to keep on top of. It's just been crazy, so I apologise for that. And well, it's a bit out of my hands at the moment, but I'm hoping to get back into a bit more of a swing of it and routine, but we will see. But we are back now. I had to actually watch that recording back that you've just seen to see what I did and what I said, what happened, etc. That's how long ago it was. That's how bad. I've done quite a bit of things off, quite a few things off camera. And again, I've been doing these things in between that sort of month, so it's not like I haven't been doing anything. So I need to keep you up into the loop. I did, as I mentioned in the first clip, I've cut, tedded, bowed off of these field. I've also fertilized them again, so they are fully fertilized, good to go, ready to go, etc. And then we did this field over here, the grass field. I think I've got quite a few bales off of there. We should soon be able to tell, because another thing I did, I swapped out our baler. So we had that round baler, didn't we? I swapped out and got us a square baler. They're a little bit easier to pick up, and we actually made a bit of money back on selling our round baler and getting the square baler. So we got 19 bales off of those two fields of hay, and they're 8,000 litres them ones as well, so that's quite a decent amount in my eyes. What I did was swapped out the baler. So we had one of these guys, didn't we? I think we had the New Holland. So that was 30 grand. I think we got about 25 back for it. And I bought one of these. I think it's this guy we've got, the 690. That's the EU version, because we are in the EU. 12 grand. So, like I say, we made a bit of profit there. The little dairy here is quite noisy, but I will walk up to it. Bottom right is almost empty. It's getting there. Once that's empty, I'm going to sell that. So we'll get rid of that. There's no need to have that. I don't know if it will sell that cheese if it hasn't gone over 1,000 litres. I'm not sure. The chickens, as I mentioned before, they are getting a bit desperate. We all need to buy some food. I might do that at the end of this episode before we skip on a month, because I'm a bit worried they're going to run out. They might be alright. That's why we desperately need to get the sorghum going. I've emptied out the shed over there. I've put the garlic and eggs on there because we're going to go and sell them in a moment. I also had a little bit of a tidy up in the yard. Can you remember we had some pallets, big bags of fertilizer behind there, and then the seed pallets over there? Real struggle to get them up there. I mean, I was using our smallest tractor, but with a front loader you got to try and sort of angle them up and tip them in, but they are up in there now. I did mess up just a moment ago. I started recording all this and then filled our seeder up with seeds and fertilizer ready to go, pulled out, ready to go round into the field to put sorghum in, and then remembered you can't put sorghum in now for seeder, we need a planter. So brilliant. So we're going to need to go and lease a planter. So we will head up to the store. I think I squeezed that baler in over there. Yes, I did. In terms of, we bought that dairy, didn't we, as well, earlier on. That is chucking out, so there's 3 there now. There was 2 earlier. I don't know why it puts it at that angle. That is really awkward. But it is what it is. Now, something I noticed with this dairy, which I didn't notice when we bought it, it doesn't hold a lot of milk. 7,200 litres. So, not a lot at all. Wow, in fact, the buffalo and goat milk's even worse. We're not going to be going down the sugar route, so we're not worried about that. But, okay, that's fair enough. It is what it is, isn't it? Well, it may just mean we fill up the tanker and just leave it up here. But we'll sort something out as we move forward. Could always maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's something to think of further down the line. Right, that's that. Now, let's go and grab, in fact, let's just tab across. Let's go and grab a planter. I'm going to get a worker going on that field because we're going to go and sell that produce that I just showed you. I think it's looking a bit awkward. I think one place is best for one and the other's best for others, etc. So we might have to do a little bit of backing up. But it's the bakery and the Kochi Express that are showing the best prices. We want to try and get as much as we can. Really disappointed that we can't really sell pallets via the train. Still haven't sussed that out. I can't see anywhere along the train line, the train track, where we could even stop the train and load up some pallets, because it kind of goes up in the air across the sort of viaducts there. You can't really stop it anywhere. So that is a real shame, because most of the time the train selling point is one of the better prices. Right, let's pull into the store. We need to be careful here because we need to get a planter that's, I want it big enough so it can get the job done quick, but it needs to be able to be pulled by our tractor. I don't actually have many mods. I did have a quick look. See, we're not going to be able to pull them or that. 300. That's got a better horsepower. We'll be able to do that, but that's unrealistic. 18 meters. Oh, that's only. Oh no, we can do all that. What's that? That's the multi one. I think we'd be able to go. Obviously it says unrealistic, but I don't need it to hold mass amounts. That's liquid fertilizer though, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want to do that. We've got plenty of fertilizer. I messed up when we fertilized the grass field, so I ended up buying some more, and I thought, why have I bought all this? We've got plenty at the farm. So I think this guy would be suffice. 9 meters, which isn't bad. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna. And we can do seeds and solid fertilizer. Okay, we will lease that for 4.5 grand. My goodness, just to put a bit of sorghum in, but we need to do that. Right, we don't need any seeds, fertilizer, as I've just said. We have plenty of that. That's quite big, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll hook up to that. We'll get back to our farm, load this up. I don't know if it will let me load it up as it is. I might have to hook it up properly, but that could mean making it awkward moving around the farm. Okay. Right, now another thing I'm going to do, like I say, I'll get a worker going on this and we'll go off and do those bits. I know I said before, when we're looking for those pieces to solve this mystery, etc., I'm not going to be going around hunting for them, spending an episode doing them all. I won't do that, but I think we need to crack on and do that, because I'd really like to see the end of that, because I think that'd be very interesting and we can make a bit of extra money. I don't know why I've chose to come this way, but we'll get in there, he says. There we go, we're in. Right, let's just see if it will take that bag there first. Oh, it will. That's good. Right, let's just pull out the way, because we now then need to, I'm not sure what this holds. We need to grab some of these. Right, we'll use up some of them used pallets. I think that probably will be enough seed. Right, we've got 4 of them. I don't want 4 of those. We'll go for, let's go for 1 to start with. Oh my goodness, trapped in. Let's see what that gives us doing that. Okay, so we could probably do, I mean, to be fair, that, oh, it doesn't even hold a lot of seed, does it? That probably will do for fertilizer. Shouldn't hold a lot. Oh, there's a wall there. Let's just get 1 more out. Oh no, I've just pulled all 3 out. I'm like, oh dear. Right, we'll have to sort that out a bit later. There we go. Right, that'll do. Let's get over to that field. We'll cut across through the chickens. And I think we'll start them up in this far corner. We'll get the GPS whatnot going on. I don't know how well they're coped. It's a bit of an awkward shaped field, but they work a lot better than what they did, don't they? So with a bit of luck we will be fine, and we should get this job done before it gets too dark. Now if they, yeah, we do need to unfold that. If they miss a few bits, I will sort that out. That's quite heavy on the back. We've got a decent weight on the front though. I just hope they can do something here with this. Let's have a look. So AI worker, we'll get them going around the headlands. Start, or should we go up and down first? We'll get them to go up and down. That might make sense. So, okay. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Right, off they go. Cool. I do love that texture, look that. Oh, there we go. That's still doing that then. How many patches have we had now and it's still... I don't know, I give up sometimes. Anyway, right, we don't want to be in any of them cranes, we want to go in this bad boy. Let's drop that weight there, we don't need that. Let's go and grab this trailer. I'm hoping this little tractor... Oh, I know there's only a tiny... Can I pick that up? Tiny bit in there. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I've done a little bit of a pallet up there. Look, there's been a delay already in me chatting and whatnot. Let's just plonk that up there somehow. That'll do. What has happened with that strap? It's really stretched, isn't it? My goodness. Right, yeah, where are we going? Into the tractor. I'll grab this. I will double check the prices again, but I know it's going to be around those two places. Should be fine. We'll put our beacons on, let people know we are coming. Not a very secure load now. I did stack it quite nicely. I think they've shifted a little bit since starting the episode again. Right, we're out. No dramas. Let's head on around. And the next piece of that mystery, etc., like that, isn't too far away, so I will give you a bit of a warning if you're not wanting to see it. And I think if there's any that are too far away or gonna be far away from the farm, I may start the episode already there, the next sort of episode. I just think it would be good to crack on with that. I know a few of you have said that you're interested in seeing what the outcome is. Some of you probably already know what the outcome is, but we will have a look and see eventually. Right, eggs and garlic. Let's get down enough so we can see both of them. Garlic, oh, that's going down, isn't it? What are we in now? March. Okay, so it's not too bad. Yeah, see, look at the train sale point. Awful. Right, Kochi Express for the garlic and the eggs. Oh, they've changed. That's good. We can just go bang straight into the bakery then. Right, well, I need to be careful because... Oh, the bakery's right in that corner, isn't it? fact, it shouldn't sell until we de-strap. Oh. What happened there? It looked like some eggs disappeared then, or was that me? I'm seeing things, I think. Let's get right in that corner. I don't know if we're going to get all of them in there actually, because that seems like a really small... Get right up to the door. And we'll unstrap. No, that's only going to sell the eggs. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Why have I done that? That's the bakery, isn't it? I've just literally said Kochi Express is the best price. And I've gone to the bakery. Oh my days, what am I doing? Right, there we go. We've got rid of them in the end. What an idiot. Okay. Maybe I'm not cut out for this recording lark anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to leave our trailer here. They won't mind that. Save hauling this all through the village. We're going to go over to the next area where I know there's a piece of poster or whatever you call it. So if you're not wanting to know, maybe look away now. I guess I will bring you back in. We need to head up this way. I need to remember what place to stop at. I've got the video for all the locations saved in my playlist, watch later playlist on YouTube, so it's a case of just having a look. I think it's in here. Someone's house, I believe. I'll just jump out though, and I think that's a very nice little windmill, isn't it? There we go, just there, look. So there's another 18 grand in our back pocket. Got 72,000. I think what I'd like to do now that we do have a bit of money, we could buy some more cows, but I'm just wondering whether we should get ourselves a TMR mixer, like a little production. I might have to have a little think about that. But let's head back to the farm anyway. I've got a feeling this... oh no, he stopped. I thought he was going to pull out then in front of us. Should be able to swing in there, he says. Right. Yeah, as we move forward, we could probably invest in a little telehandler, or that little tele truck looks really cool. We'll be able to load up those pallets up there. I think we'll leave the pallets into that zone. Oh, I've left the... I can get the trailer a bit later. In fact, if I leave this there, then it will remind me that I need to do that. So, how's our worker getting on? Oh, wow. They are flying. Blimey, they are flying. They've only got the headlands left to do. Well, I'm probably just going to leave them to do that. How are we looking? That is good. Got its first stage of fertilizer on there. Nice. This sorghum seems to take forever, doesn't it? Not sorghum. What do we... canola in there. That is taking ages. But okay. Well, I'm going to let him finish. I know it wasn't a hugely action-packed episode. Let's just see. Mind that person's house, please. I'm quite impressed with how quick they've done that. I mean, to be fair, it is a nice width, isn't it? Look at that. It's getting all that. In fact, are they actually going to need to do 2 headlands? Oh, they've already done one, haven't they? Yeah, they've gone across there. Wow. Yeah, anyway, we're going to leave it there for that episode, guys. And like I say, apologies for the delay in that. Getting this one out. But it's looking pretty good. I'm going to have a little think about what we can spend our money on. If you've got any suggestions, please let me know. Always like to read your comments. But I have my eye on a couple of TMR mixers, which I have downloaded. Now, some of them have pros and cons with them. Now, there is this Omatana fermenting silo. That will let us do quite a lot of things. So we could make the hay, we'll cut out all the baling, but I kind of like doing all the baling bit and part of that. But we could do that, and also that allows us to make TMR. And there's, I think there's 3 different recipes, even not episodes. Recipes. By the way, it is about 5:30 in the morning here. I've got up early because these are the sort of times I can get recording done. That's how bad my life is at the moment for trying to squeeze in time, and it's the weekend as well. I don't even have to get up for work, but I've got up at 5 this morning to try and get this episode out. So I think a bit of tiredness is kicking in. Yeah, there's 3 different recipes, and one of them will just allow you to use hay and silage, which is how I always like to do my TMR anyway, because it's quick and easy. So there's that. There is also, if we scroll down, these 2, which are exactly the same, they're just a different type of building. They do require mineral feed. And then this guy come out not that long ago, only 15 grand. That needs mineral feed as well, but that's pretty cool model. So haven't tried any of them, so not quite sure. But if you've tried any of them, let me know your thoughts. And I will test them to see if they work here. I want to try and put something in there, because technically this is going to be wasted otherwise, this area. It's a pretty good area, but there we go. Right, they're doing a fantastic job. They're almost done actually. So once they're done, if I've used hardly any seeds or fertilizer, I'll unload that, maybe put the pallets back away because they're probably going to be in the way now, and tidy up any bits and bobs. And I will see you somewhen, well, hopefully soon in real life, but in the game may skip forward a little bit. But like I say, I'm going to have to buy some chicken feed, I think, pretty soon. But I hope you have enjoyed the episode, guys. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be awesome. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos I post. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.